What if the most iconic landmarks of Europe, Notre Dame, Westminster Abbey, St. Peter's, were never built as cathedrals, but as the world's grandest mosques? Imagine a world where the Dark Ages never happened, because the light of the East set the North ablaze 500 years early. History is a fragile tapestry, held together by the blood of those who dared to draw their swords at the exact right moment. But what if that moment slipped? What if the steel that shaped your world shattered? Tonight, we travel to a cold, misty plain in 732 AD, the Battle of Tours. In your history books, this was the miracle where the hammer of Charles Martel halted the Islamic expansion, preserving the foundations of what you call the West. But in the vaults of the fate-flip history, that miracle is an illusion. We are removing the hammer. We are letting the Frankish line break. Imagine the banners of the Umayyad Caliphate not retreating, but surging forward, their silver crescents gleaming through the fog of the Seine. Brace yourself. You are about to witness the birth of a Europe you were never meant to see. The world you know is being overwritten.
Welcome to the Fate Flip History. I am your chronicler, your guide through the corridors of the unwritten. Here, we don't just study the past, we dismantle it. We flip the coins of destiny to see the face of the world that might have been. Today, we face our most ambitious journey yet, the Islamic conquest of Europe. We are erasing the boundaries of Christendom and replacing them with a global caliphate that stretches from the borders of China to the cliffs of Ireland. You are standing in our digital archive where the coin of destiny has just landed on its other side. The defeat at Tours is not just a lost battle, it is the total collapse of the Frankish wall. Paris falls within months, its bells silenced, replaced by a call to prayer that will echo for 1,000 years. The dominoes are swift, brutal, and calculated. Without a strong Frankish protector, the papacy in Rome becomes a lonely, isolated island in a rising Muslim sea. By the year 800 AD, Rome is not the capital of a holy empire, but a jewel integrated into the global caliphate. The economic shift. Suddenly, the Mediterranean is no longer a barrier, it is a unified Islamic lake. Europe's long, shivering isolation ends. Instead of fragmented feudal manors trading in grain and mud, Europe is plugged directly into the Silk Road. Spices from India and silks from China reach the docks of London and Hamburg, while our timeline was still struggling with basic literacy.
The Renaissance doesn't wait for the 15th century. It begins in the 9th. While our history's Europe was drowning in superstition, this flipped Europe is building the world's first public libraries in Frankfurt and Oxford. The works of Aristotle and Plato are not lost. They are taught in Paris, translated by a new generation of European Arab scholars. The scientific domino. With Islamic algebra and revived Roman engineering, the Industrial Revolution is pushed forward by half a millennium. Imagine 12th century London with public baths, street lighting, and hospitals that actually cure patients using the medicine of Ibn Sina. Pattern interrupt. In this world, the Black Death is not a world-ending catastrophe. The superior hygiene and quarantine laws of the Islamic world have already become the law of the land. Science is not a sin, it is a prayer. Walk with me through the streets of 14th century Cordoba on Thames. You don't hear church bells, you hear the rhythmic, haunting call to prayer echoing off the white marble facades of Islamic Gothic palaces. The air is heavy with the scent of imported cinnamon and jasmine, not the stench of a medieval slum. Look closely at the faces in the market. You see a Norse merchant dressed in fine Damascus silk, debating Greek philosophy with a Moorish scientist in a courtyard filled with orange trees. This is a world of incredible order, but also of a strange lost diversity. The fierce spirits of the Vikings and Saxons haven't been erased, they have been woven into the complex geometric patterns of a global caliphate. It is a world of golden domes shimmering under a gray, rainy English sky.
The expansion doesn't stop at the Atlantic. Without the constant internal wars between Christian kings, a unified European caliphate looks west with superior navigation. In the year 1000 AD, 4 centuries before Columbus, Islamic ships reach the shores of the Americas. They don't bring the Inquisition, they bring trade and diplomacy. The grand result? A global, unified civilization where Arabic is the universal tongue from the Andes to the Alps. No world wars, no colonial scrambles for Africa. The planet is a single, integrated machine. But at what cost? Did we trade the rebellious, competitive spark of cultural chaos for the comfortable silence of a golden cage? We have flipped the coin, and the cross has been replaced by the crescent. The Europe of this timeline is a high-tech, unified utopia far ahead of our own. We might have reached the stars by the 16th century, colonizing Mars in the name of the Caliph. But it is a world where the West, as we know it, never drew its first breath. Now, the archive remains open for you. The debate. Many historians argue that the brutal competition between small, warring European states is exactly what forced us to innovate and conquer. In a unified, peaceful global caliphate, would science have eventually stagnated because there was no one left to fight? Or would a world without the Crusades be a paradise we can only dream of? Tell us your theory in the comments. Challenge the narrative. If you survived the flip, hit the like button and subscribe. Our library is endless, and the next coin is already in the air. I am your chronicler. Until the next flip.